Welcome back to Spread on Bets. I'm going to be talking about the Week 16 matchup between the 49ers and the Titans on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to talk about how these teams match up with each other and what side I like here, what bet I like in this game. The 49ers on offense, it's a team that really wants to establish the line of scrimmage, establish their run game in general. They really mix and match formations, especially with their key skill players like Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. George Kittle's a big factor in the run game, along with being such a freak athlete, a guy who can really make contested catches, break so many tackles. He's just such a tough guy to get down. Really that Gronk-style runner in the open field as a tight end. Deebo Samuel's been a little bit banged up. He actually runs more without Elijah Mitchell in the lineup, who's not in the lineup tonight for the 49ers. You'll see Deebo line up in the backfield a lot. You'll see Deebo in a lot of pre-snap motion plays. They really like to mix it up and figure out ways to get Deebo the ball because he's such a good player and a good playmaker. Most of his runs do come out of shotgun. And I expect him to get more carries here in a game without Mitchell. I just think Mitchell's a little bit better than Jeff Wilson. Mitchell's not going to be playing in this game, and I just think he has more juice on tape, really has a good burst between the tackles and on the outside toss plays for the Niners. And, Jeff Wilson really had one good game this year last week against not the best defense in Atlanta. So the passing game for San Francisco, really based on timing. Almost everything in the passing game for the Niners comes over the middle of the field. You're going to see a lot of the skies from Kyle Shanahan, but in reality, they're just trying to throw, slants over the middle, really trying to work that middle of the field, short passing game, intermediate passing game to guys like Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. So most of the time when you see the Niners go back to pass, they're really going to be trying to work the middle of the field in a timing-based passing scheme that Jimmy Garoppolo just executes really well. He's really made for it. Jimmy's got really clean footwork, very fast footwork. On passing plays, it's all about if he can get his feet set, and at that point, he's very accurate with the ball. They just don't run a lot of plays on the outside. They just want to get everything over the middle of the field, just to move the sticks, especially on third down. And when you're able to pressure the 49ers, it really disrupts the timing of their offense. And in games that they can't run the ball as well, in games that Jimmy Garoppolo is under pressure, they struggle. They struggle offensively. Hasn't happened a lot in the second half of the year. They've just been playing so well on the offensive line, but I expect that to happen in this game. Titans have a very good defense, one of my favorite defenses, a really good defensive coach in Mike Vrabel. He mixes up a lot of man-zone schemes. He can really create pressure with his edge rushers, Harold Landry, Danico Autry, another guy whose name I'm missing on the edge. Bud Dupree is signing in the offseason, who hasn't played that well this year, but a guy that still has pass rush capabilities off the edge. Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle for the Titans, is a guy I think is in that Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, Cam Hayward category of just commanding so much of the offensive line's attention, just a disruptor in the run game. And I really think the Titans will be able to mess up the timing of the pass game and mess up the run game enough to keep them in this game here. Offensively for the Titans, it's a team that wants to run the ball. They do a good job with it, a good job with their running back rotation. Deontay Foreman's going to be the guy who gets the ball in first and second down. Kind of has that Derrick Henry look. Obviously not the same player, but a very one-cut, straight downhill runner, a guy who could break tackles really well, and if he gets going in space on the edge, has just been running the ball really well for them. Dontrell Hilliard is a kind of a change of pace guy. You'll see him a lot on third down and on first and second down, kind of giving Deontay Foreman a breather. And Jerry McNichols is their third down back, good receiving back, and a good pass blocker. The Titans' biggest struggle this year, passing the ball. Pass protection has been not very good all year. One of the worst in the league, actually. And the injuries at wide receiver, along with the depth at receiver and tight end, you really see week to week on tape with the Titans, and they just can't get anything going in the passing game when it comes down to pass protection up front and the receivers getting open, receivers hanging on to the football. Now, they will be getting A.J. Brown back here. Now, I don't know how much he'll be able to play or contribute. He has been out for a couple weeks, but if he's able to play, the Niners' biggest weakness on defense is their corners. These guys are replacements for two corners that have been hurt, Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Verrett for San Francisco. The front seven and game script has really covered up, for the most part, how bad they have played. Last week against the Falcons, they gave up a ton of long passes, and it's really something that A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, if healthy and playing well tonight, will be able to exploit for the Titans. Tannehill's a guy I really like. Very good on third down. He's always been good on third down. He's a very efficient runner, and I think even though Tannehill and the Titans are missing the left side of their offensive line, Ryan Tannehill's also a great play-action passer, and the Niners' defense, because they play so aggressive in their front seven, really a downhill attacking style, they bite really hard on play-action. So Tannehill's one of the best in the business at running a play-action pass, and I really think he'll be able to take advantage here in this game. Look, it's a very close game. Niners' offense has been playing great. Titans' defense has been playing excellent. One of the better defenses in the league. In their last three losses for Tennessee, they lost a turnover battle 13-0. So turnovers are a little bit of a fluky thing. If they can kind of keep that even or win the turnover battle tonight, and with two very good teams, I think they could definitely win this game. Also, I see a lot of struggles on special teams for San Francisco, and the Titans are one of the better units, so I could definitely see a big turnover for the Titans, or a big special teams play help to be enough for the Titans to win this game. So I'm definitely going to play Titans +3 here. +3.5 is even better. I don't think the money line's high enough for me to not take the points here with the Titans, but I just think they match up. Defensively, they'll be able to disrupt what San Francisco wants to do in a timing-based run-first offense. And offensively, although some injuries at the offensive line for Tennessee, I think Tannehill is good enough on third down, very efficient as a runner at home in a game that they need. I think he'll hit a couple big plays on play action, and it'll be enough for the Titans to pull out a close win. But like I said, I'm going to take +3. +3 is good. +3.5 is even better, and that's going to be my play for tonight.